While lying in a hospital bed at the University of Kigali Teaching Hospital, Nelson Mandela says he'll never forget the way he was transfused after he had his tooth removed and he was in critical condition where he was being treated at a hospital in the Western Province. The joy of donating blood is shared by his fellows Rwagasari majority Jean Dodio, who has donated blood more than 100 times, and Uwimana Claudette, who started in 2004. They all say it's something they're ready to continue doing. Every 3 months, I donate blood. I was also transfused when they extracted my tooth. I bled so much, and I was in critical condition to the point where I almost died. I encourage all that haven't donated before to go out of their way in the act of love and donate blood to others, because it also helped me when I needed transfusion. Donating blood is like insuring myself. I could also need it, or my relative, or my neighbor. I donate blood because I know when I need it, I will get it from someone else that donated, just like I donate it for others. Donating blood also protects you, because if I know in 3 months I am going to donate blood, it makes me take care of myself so that I donate safe blood.
Igikorwa cyo gutanga amaraso urumva nagitangiye ndi mutoya kandi mu byukuri icyo gihe byari bigoye.
I started donating blood when I was still young, and back then it was still a challenge because there were few donation centers. But because I loved it, I think it was a selfless act that every Rwandan should do, and I plan to continue doing so. I've donated 100 times. I'm 46 years now, and nothing will limit me. And I also hope my children take after me. Even my wife now donates. In order to satisfy the need for blood, in hospitals in 2018, 108,915 blood units were needed, and there were about 95,806, or 87.96%. Last year, in 2019, 91,960 blood units were acquired, while there was a need for 102,145, which means that hospitals received the required blood at the rate of 90.3%. Since the beginning of this year, 31,290 blood units have been received. It is estimated that hospitals have already received 85.7% of the blood required, while in the same months in 2019, they had received 91.3% of the blood that was required. Of the 47,207 people who donated blood last year, 65.7% were males and 34.3% were females. The division manager of the National Center for Blood Transfusion, Dr. Gatare Swaibu, explains that the Rwanda Defense Force and the Rwanda National Police are now among the top blood donors in the current COVID-19 era.
Nubwo COVID-19 ihari, no gutanga amaraso bigomba gukomeza.
Even though the pandemic is still around, blood donation should also continue. We are glad that since 21st March, when the lockdown started, we sought for help from Rwanda National Police and the Rwanda Defense Force, and they donated a significant amount of blood. Currently, the hospital blood satisfaction we have is mostly attributed to Rwanda National Police and the Rwanda Defense Force. For instance, this week, we are concluding we distributed 96.8% of blood to hospitals, and we encourage all Rwandan residents to be part of blood donation.
Ariko tukaba dukangurira n'abandi baturarwanda kwitabira igikorwa cyo gutanga amaraso.
Globally, more than 118.5 million blood units are collected annually, but 40% of it is donated by developed countries, which accounts for 16% of the world's population and helps the elderly. In the poor countries, 54% of the blood transfusions are given to children under the age of 5. The day was set in honor of a Greek researcher, Karl Landsteiner, who discovered blood types. This year's theme is Safe Blood Saves Lives.